our channel. My name is Teacher Smith and today we are going to learn a very interesting topic. The name of the topic is handshake problems. So to understand the topic well, I have taken a question from the past year paper. The question is, if every two people make a phone call cannot be counted repeatedly, how many phone calls can 5 people make in total? So let's understand the question first. Here we have 5 children, you can say. And now these 5 children make a phone call. But in between 2 persons, we can count it only once. Because the question say cannot be counted repeatedly. So the question is asking how many phone calls can 5 people make in total. So let's just say this person here makes a phone call to this person. Now let's say this person makes a phone call to this person. Then this person makes a phone call maybe to this person. Then this person can make phone call to this person also. Then this person can make a phone call to this also. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that all? Is that all? Are we sure? So what will happen if I keep counting like this? I may not sure that I may miscount or I may double count some of the numbers. So let's try to understand what happens when 2 people makes a phone call. So to understand the situation well, I watched the movie. It was a superhero movie. In the superhero movie, one day, Batman was just relaxing. He was just relaxing. But Ant-Man on the other hand was fighting against some bad guys. So Ant-Man makes a phone call. Whoa! Batman, I need your help. And then Batman, like other superheroes, move. Just stand up and like, I have to go. So between Ant-Man and this Batman, there is this one phone call that is made. So how to visualize this? For example here, if I have Ant-Man, that is by A, and I have Batman, that is B. So between A and B, I can draw a line showing A and B can make one line. One line means one phone call. So what we can understand from this short example is between 2 people, only one call. Now, on the other hand, let's say another superhero joins it. That is Captain America. Now, if I want to count the number of phone calls that the 3 of them make. So, Ant-Man can call Batman and Captain, I can make him as C. So, Ant-Man can make to B and Ant-Man can make to the Captain America also. Is that all? Are there only 2 phone calls? Oh, of course not. Captain America can also make it to Batman. So, it's like 1, 2 and 3. So, there are in total of 3 phone calls between 3 of them. Now, what if we try to increase the challenge? So, to increase the challenge, there's just one thing to remember. Check. For Ant-Man, I use just A. For Batman, just B. And for Captain America, just C. So, first, we know the people. We will first label it. After labeling, we just have to draw. So, we just have to label and draw lines. Now, understanding this part, let's see the challenge. How many phone calls can 4 people make in total? So, 4 people make. So, the first thing we have to do is label. So, to label, I'll just use maybe A, B, and then we have C, and then we have D. Now, we have to draw lines to show the number of phone calls. But, if I keep drawing lines randomly, I may miscount or I may double count as we just saw. So, the best thing that you can do is do in order. For example, we'll start off with the first person, that is A. Now, A can make phone call to B. That's all? A can make only to B? No, A can make also to C. Is that all? No, A can make to D. Very good. Now, we have finished A. So, I can put a tick mark to show that A is done now. Now, let's do to another person, that is B. Now B has already made a phone call to A, so no need to do it again. So B now can make to another person, that is C. Is that all? Is that all B can make to A and C only? Yes, very good. We can make it to D also. So B has made phone call with all three of them. So this is also complete. And then let's move to C. A and C is already done. C and B is already done. Is that all? Oh, C can make phone call to D also. And now C is done. So, we have finished 1, 2, 3 tick marks. Let's focus on D. D has already made. So, it's done. D has already made with B. Done. D has already made with C. So, D is also done. Now, we just have to count the number of phone calls here. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So, there are 6 phone calls in total here. Just have to count the number of lines. Now, understanding these 4 people, what we can observe, it's just not about phone calls. There are other activities also that can happen between 2 persons. For example, here, it's not just about calling, it's also about games. Let's say you play chess in between 2 people. So, in between 2, there's just one game that is played. So, this type of questions can be asked in terms of games also. And not just calling, not just game, also handshakes. So here, in between 2 people, when they do the handshake, it's just counted as a one single handshake. So, this type of question can be asked in this variation. Now, since in Math Olympiad, when you go higher grades, calling and games can have different types of questions. But handshakes has only this type of question. That is the reason why this type of problems where we draw and label, we call it as handshakes problem. And in handshake problems, there are few things we have to remember. First, in between 2 people, we can draw only one line and not just this. After we draw a line, we have to label them also. So do it order and label them. So understanding this, let's go back to our question. Our question has 5 people. 5. So it's just A, then we have B, then we have C, then we have D, and then we have E also. So first thing is label. After labeling, make sure how to do. Do in random? No, do in order. Perfect. So let's try to do in order starting from the first person, that is A. A can make it to B. A can make it to C. A can make it to D. And A can make it to E. So A has made it for all 4 of them. So it's done. Now let's talk about B. Does B have to make it with A? No, very good. Doesn't have to make it. So B is done with A. So now B with C. Now B with any other? Yes, D. And B with any other? Yes, E. Now B is done also. Now A is done, B is done. Let's try to go with C. C is done with A. C is done with B. Is there anyone C can do it? Yes, D and E. So here let's draw towards D and towards E. And then moving on to D. D has made already with A, already with B, already with C. So already he has to make it with E only. So D is also done, C is also done. Anyone remaining? Perfect, E. Now for E we can see A is done, B is done, C is done, D is done. So actually E is also done. We don't have to worry about him. Now the only thing that we have to pay attention on is counting. Counting properly. Check A. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 of the arrowheads that you can see. You just have to count the arrowheads. So let's just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there are in total of 10 handshakes. So here I'll write down the final answer as 10. So what we can understand in this example, we can observe that in between of the 5% just draw. In order to ensure that you count very well, you just have to use different pencils for us. Use different pencils for each one of them so that you can count very accurately. So what we can observe is, after this, there is a short practice for you, but this has 6 of them. So try for 6 people and do let me know your answer in the comment box. Make sure you draw very neatly so that you can count the lines very properly. So understanding this, if you have any other doubts or questions, you can join in this group. Here's a group QR code of Primary 1 Study Group. Scan the QR code, join the group and can get us more updated. So that's my time. I'm Teacher Smith signing off right now. I'll see you.